Thank you, Shane, for that very holiday-inspired welcome. Welcome to the Good, the Bad, and the Orange. I am here today with my number one son. And besides that making the best podcast episode ever, we decided that, it's the holiday season. Getting guests is, everyone's out decking the halls and wrapping presents and baking cookies and all that stuff. So we thought we would go through our few questions on the Moving to Arizona page, which is on Facebook. 16,500 members, private group. Look for it. We're the real Moving to Arizona page, not the imitators. So I don't know, Taylor, how much time you spend on this page. I'm sure hours, because I sure don't, but I should. But I know we have a couple of our agents who answer a lot of questions. But I'm going to scroll through and we're going to answer a few of the questions that are out there. And so the first one, right at the top, so let's go to the most relevant. It says, just moved to Arizona from the Midwest. Diana Nylander. Hello, Diana. It says you're a top contributor. That means you are on here. I'm in desperate need of lip balm recommendations. We solve world problems here at Moving to Arizona on the Good, the Bad, and the Orange. And it says, nothing seems to do the job. What works for you? It has to be an issue for everyone getting used to the desert. There have been 1,500 people have looked at this post since it was put on 13 hours ago, so it seems to be riveting. And Taylor, what do you do for lip balm? You're not a lip balm guy, are you?
I don't do lotion or lip balm, no.
I actually remember this. We, a few years ago, used to go fishing in Canada, and of course, those in the Marine Corps don't believe in sunscreen, aka a lotion. And there are photos that could be posted of a young man who is a very, very skilled angler. He's also skilled at drinking Coors Light, or at least he was. And the combination of those and a lake for 14 hours, because when we go out, we would never come off the lake, even when the storms were coming, is that since I'm a Marine and we don't wear lotion, would be a crispy crittered body. So I believe him when he says, I guess you were red and white. If you had a little blue, you'd have been the flag.
That's right.
But anyhow, so when we look through the answers, once you find one, keep them everywhere. So we got 13 comments, and it starts with try Laneige. Ladies, you heard of Laneige?
Yes, really good. It's an overnight lip mask. Very good.
Oh, a lip mask.
Very affordable too.
You should call Amanda though, Mrs. Producer.
Mrs. Producer.
You remember that Mr. Producer in the Rush Limbaugh show?
Oh, Mrs. Producer. I like that.
Or Miss Producer.
Ms. Producer. Then what is that? What's Jasmina then?
Miss.
I'm Ms.
Producer.
She's
Miss
Mrs.
Producer. So we have Laneige lip mask. You're right, a lip mask. I don't even know what that is.
Good stuff. I have it.
And it says that's a good thing. We won't spend too much time on this because Aquaphor, is that one you talked about too?
Yep.
The Mrs. Producer, also we see Burt's Bees. Now I use Burt's Bees on my granddaughter's behind when we're doing diaper changing. That's Burt's Bees, right?
Yeah, we do that.
Seems to work.
Oh, we do the Aquaphor on our face for the teething rash. That works like instant.
Aquaphor is the best.
Back in my day, we would melt paraffin and drop it on our lips because it would melt then, and it would be a little hot and we'd get a blister, but it's all we really had was paraffin. So, okay, and then it says drink lots of water too. No kidding. Vaseline, cocoa butter. I don't know about that. All right, next. So Taylor, does that inspire any questions from you? Anything that you feel like you should answer right now?
No.
No.
I did see the most recent comment on here with recommended vet, right? Did we see that?
Vet?
Yeah, looking for recommendations for a primary vet in the Scottsdale area. 13 and 16-year-old. The 16-year-old is becoming a grumpy old man. I'm assuming she's
they taking
talking
their
about her
children?
dogs.
Oh.
No. And this is from Kathy. So I go to Dynamite Animal Hospital because I have a little corgi, and they are fantastic. And that's off of Dynamite.
Yeah, you know,
That's
there,
her name.
you have had very good luck there. We go to a vet up in Carefree, a little small vet. I can't think of their name, so they don't get a name drop. But, you know, vets seem to be in need. I just had friends of ours who had their dog bitten by a rattlesnake. Had to go through 3 vials of anti-venom serum, and
Not like 10 grand a pop.
it's not cheap, yes. But you know, anything for dogs, right? Because you've put in like gold crowns and had, you know, cosmetic surgery done for your dog.
I
Right?
could have had like 5 pairs of night vision, I think. How much money I put in the dog.
Night vision. You want to expound on night vision a little bit?
So I want a pair of night vision goggles, and they're about 3 grand for a nice pair. And between me and my wife, I measure the cost of things with how many pairs of night vision I could have bought.
Well, you know, I guess we all measure in a different way.
Yeah.
So if you had a $3,000 pair of night vision goggles, living in suburban Phoenix, what would you do with them?
I would not say that on a public podcast, but nothing illegal.
On that note,
Do we have an editor? Are we going to edit that?
no, we added nothing. It's all live.
I pay my
It's-
taxes. I love the government. I take all the vaccines. What?
So your blood is clotting? Oh, let's not get on that thing. All right. If you've moved to Arizona, where does your water source come from to supply water to your house or apartment?
The Saudis.
Interesting.
All right, I'm done. I'm done. I'm being belligerent.
No, no. Well, that's one of your gifts.
Yeah. No, okay. Didn't
Yeah. Well, wait.
No.
No,
hold
doesn't
on,
it come from the faucet?
No. Didn't the guy that we elected to be in charge of the water for Maricopa County, didn't he have a direct tie to the Saudis?
I don't know.
Was that it? No. No?
Well, Corey Michigan didn't. Of course, he didn't get elected.
No. Right.
Right. Okay.
No, I didn't.
I'm easily confused.
Oh my gosh. Never mind.
No. Please. The guy. The
Okay, so there, I asked him, right, because there's a rumor on the internet that the country of Saudi Arabia owns the biggest alfalfa farm, right? And then there's some concern that if there's a water shortage, why are we allowing countries to own land,
foreign land. Yeah. Foreign ownership.
foreign ownership, and then export
Alfalfa.
Yeah,
It's
alfalfa.
alfalfa.
Why are we letting them export it if it takes water and there's a water shortage?
I think the biggest issue with that was how deep of wells they were digging.
Right, so it was something along, so now, and so then the conspiracy mill is that now the person who's in charge of water management for Maricopa County has ties to,
Well, that
No.
would really follow the normal course of government, wouldn't it?
well, what, I mean, Corey, who I really liked him, by the way, I swear he lost, I didn't vote for him.
You admitted that.
I did.
On
Well, I don't know.
live podcast.
I don't know if my vote counted though, because I'm not trying to put it in the machine.
That is true. Yours didn't get counted.
No.
That's a whole nother, that's part of the lawsuit. So water, I think though, it's good to know, water, we don't have a water shortage, contrary to public opinion. In fact, there was an article just yesterday, and it might have been AZ Central or one of, I don't know, some paper, said in 14 days, Rio Verde will have no water. What?
I've been down here for, what, 3 years now?
Yeah.
Right? I think I've heard that almost every other month.
Well, okay, but this is when Scottsdale's cutting them off. But what an absolute fake news, because the water haulers have already arranged new contracts. It's just their water has gotten more expensive. They will all have water. It's kind of like Y2K. Remember? This is the Y2K of water. At midnight on December 31st, 11:59, when it clicks over, all the water dries up out in Rio Verde. Their tanks go empty, and they'll be crawling on the ground. They'll see mirages because they'll be delirious from